Hello, I'm Sarah Peternell. I'm with Family Nutrition Services, and I am on my Peloton right now. I'm just finishing a 30-minute class, and I thought that today was the perfect day to do a YouTube video about the benefits of exercise for detoxification. So if you've been watching any of my other videos on YouTube, or you're following me on Instagram or Facebook, you've probably heard me talk a lot about the importance of sweat. Right here. This is why I exercise, to get sweaty, seriously. I know that for my body, my most favorable detox pathway is my skin. And I've known this for a really long time because in my mid-20s, I was a yoga instructor and I taught hot yoga classes. And I just found that it made such a big difference in my health, and it also made a huge difference in turning around my autoimmune disease, Hashimoto's. So, you know, the word detoxification, it kind of gets confused a lot, I think, with just like a box or a set of, you know, capsules or a juice cleanse. But we don't need all that stuff. You know, our bodies are so amazing and capable of detoxifying all by themselves on a regular basis. All we need to do is give it opportunities to really do its thing. And one of my favorite sayings is, your body knows what to do, just get out of the way. You know, we get in the way when we don't take care of ourselves. We're too sedentary. We eat the wrong foods. We drink too much alcohol, eat too much sugar. We stress out too much. We don't take care of our sleep. And when we don't exercise. So detoxification is a natural part of what your body needs to do each day to cleanse itself of the toxins that are in this major detox organ called your skin. So I thought while I was sitting here on my bike just finishing up with my cool down that I would share with you the benefits of exercise, not just for your health, because we know that there are benefits there as well, but the benefits for detox. So, kind of a personal story, and if you followed again my blog or my other social media channels, you know that in 2017, 2018, I discovered that I had a congenital heart defect that I was born with but didn't know about, that caused me to have multiple TIAs, or transient ischemic attacks, like little strokes, and I became almost like paralyzed in my own body. You know, I was having issues while I was driving. I was having issues while I was walking. I had a fall. I was experiencing severe vertigo, cognitive issues, heart palpitations, shortness of breath, exacerbating every other symptom that I had from celiac and Hashimoto's. It was almost like a ton of bricks had just crashed down upon me. And within days, I went from exercising every day to not being able to exercise at all, to not even being able to get off the couch some days. And so what I was experiencing was obviously a serious health condition, but I was also experiencing deconditioning in my body. My cardiologist brought this up to me and I was like, what? No, I'm extremely healthy. But what I didn't realize was that in a short period of time, I had gone from being very, very fit, exercising 4 or 5 times a week, to not exercising at all. And I lost, obviously, cardiovascular strength. I lost lung capacity. I lost muscle mass. I lost strength. I lost endurance. I lost breath capacity. And I lost the ability to detoxify in this particular way. So at the time I was spinning in studios, I was taking barre classes, I was going to hot yoga, I was walking my dog 4 miles a day. When you go from doing all that to doing nothing for days and weeks, and then for me it turned into months, because post-surgery I had some issues with medication, and then I ended up being anemic, and then I had adrenal fatigue. So sounds pretty crazy, right? Excuse me. I went from being able to do all of that to being able to do nothing. And slowly, as I even started to regain my health, the one thing that I wasn't regaining was that ability to tap into my body's natural detoxification pathways. Now again, if you've been reading my blog, you know that I have compound heterozygous MTHFR, I have Hashimoto's, I also have something called low secretory IgA, I have celiac disease, my body doesn't make really any intrinsic factor, I have B12 deficiency, I have some weird numbers in my complete blood cell count, but overall, I'm pretty healthy, okay? I know that in order to keep things stable and steady and healthy for me, I have to exercise, okay? It was hard after getting out of shape or deconditioned, like my cardiologist said. It was hard to get back to it because frankly, I was scared. One of the very first times that I experienced a major vertigo episode when my heart condition started acting up was at yoga, and I was in a position and I literally saw stars and I felt the whole room spinning around me, and the idea of going back to that space was really scary. I remember being on the spin bike and watching my heart rate climb way higher than was healthy, and that was also really scary too. So the idea of getting back into this really vulnerable space after everything that had happened and after my surgery, I wasn't ready for it yet. So, you know, this time of year, it's the holidays, and there's a lot of funny commercials on the TV about spouses buying each other Pelotons and whatnot. Well, in November of 2018, we made some big changes in our family because I knew that I had to do things differently. The first thing was I had to get rid of my old car because it just held too many traumatic experiences for me. And I ended up getting an awesome little Nissan Leaf, which is an all-electric car. Another story for another day. And we also bought a Peloton right around the same time. Those were basically my Christmas gifts for 2018, but let me tell you, those were my life gifts. My Peloton was a life-changing experience. I remember getting on the bike at the showroom and just feeling a connection that this was something I could do safely at home, that this was something I could do at my own pace, that I could build back my strength and I could regain my exercise capability in my own way at my own time and not be scared anymore. So we got the bike and I set small goals at first. We have the heart rate monitor, I'm wearing it right now. I knew that if I could watch what my heart rate was doing while I was exercising, I would have data to make me feel safe. That sounds silly, but that's just the way I work. And the funny thing was that my cardiologist, you know, when he was trying to encourage me to get back to exercise, told me I could come down to their cardio lab, which is like 45 minutes from my house, and pay $20 and they would have someone there to monitor me on a bike. And I went home that day and I just told my husband, I was like, I'm not doing that, we're getting a Peloton. So we did. Anyway, making a long story short, I'm trying, too late, right? Getting back on the bike, getting back to exercise, for me was not about losing weight. It was not about looking a certain way or doing any of those kind of preconceived things that society maybe has us believe, that as women, that as mothers, that as, you know, type A, do-it-all types of people that we have to do for ourselves with exercise. I see it all the time, all over Facebook. Pictures of people in bikinis, on the beach, in their workout clothes, lifting weights. I'm not against that either. Like, that's totally fine. That's not why I exercise. I exercise to sweat. As soon as I opened up that detox pathway in my body again, I just felt like I was home. So my pictures on social media are usually of some crazy hair, a little bit sweaty. I like to show you that I am proud and that I am back to the healthiest I've been. It took a while, but I got here. I got back here. And I go back to yoga classes, I go back to barre classes, I even go back to the studio to spin from time to time, but I love my bike. I love being able to do it at home. I love being able to pick my favorite instructors. This is not a commercial for Peloton. I'm just telling you why I love this. And for me, I know that my tools of detox, which is eating healthy, taking care of myself, practicing self-care, which seems like the same thing, but it's specific. Self-care, like magnesium Epsom salt baths, juicing. Self-care is essential oils and a bedtime routine. Skincare. Self-care is a lot of things, and also for me, as part of my detox routine, is sweating 5 times a week. So thanks for listening, thanks for watching. I hope I've been able to convey to you that if you have chronic illness, if you have autoimmune disease, if you have Hashimoto's, if you have a digestive disease, that you too can start to exercise. You can get back there. You can start sweating again, you can start feeling your body move, and you can be, again, the healthiest maybe you've ever been, or you can return to the health that you once knew. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Check out my other videos about detox. I've got lots of them. Check out my articles about detox. I've got lots of them. Check out my winter detox program, Rock Year 2020. You can do that with me anytime starting now. And especially if you're local, it's the best program ever, because we get to measure your before and after results. And I'm not talking about weight loss. Talking about other stuff. So thanks. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notifications, and I'll see you soon.